Welcome to an overview of new features of CoPrA 9, ColorLogic's latest release for high-end profiling in any color space. One of the new features is the redesigned Update Profile tool. The Update Profile tool is used for adapting to a different paper white or the compensation of color shifts due to different ink, media, or change of production temperature or humidity. To use the redesigned Update Profile tool, first select the printer profile to be updated. Print and measure a small update test chart on the printer. Check the quality score. If the score is below 90%, continue and create an updated profile. Select the desired profile setting. If necessary, apply changes, for example, change the tack if it is required due to a different media batch. Click Save, and CoPrA calculates the updated printer profile. Optionally, you can create a correction DeviceLink profile based on the printer and the updated profile to adjust the print data to compensate for color deviations. The updated profile reports contain detailed information about the improvements that can be achieved using the updated profile or the correction DeviceLink profile. In CoPrA 9, there is a new LAB scaling for the 3D gamut view, which is now the default view. It generates a similar gamut preview as other 3D gamut view applications. If you prefer to use the old method used in previous CoPrA versions, then you can select this option in the preferences. There are additional new viewing options as well. To see the viewing options, right-click on the gamut view. This brings up the context menu with several options: grid, axes, axes labels, increase and decrease sphere size, and gamut surface. As you can see here, these options are enabled, which is indicated with a check mark. You can enable or disable the view just simply by clicking on it. When analyzing sample data, the sphere size can be increased or decreased. For a better representation of the sample data, the gamut view can be switched between a gamut surface view and a polygonal gamut grid view. The 3D gamut view options are also available in the printer profiling module in the Color Generation tab. CoPrA 9 now runs natively on Apple computers using the Apple Silicon M1 or M2 chip. As a result, the profile calculation time for printer and DeviceLink profiling has been significantly improved. On average, CoPrA 9 with native M1 chip support is up to 40% faster than a CoPrA 8 on the same system. Another new feature of CoPrA 9 is calculating multicolor profile variants. For example, a 7-color output profile is useful to determine whether less colors, such as 5 or 6 colors, or even CMYK only colors, are sufficient enough for printing a specific job. The new option, Calculate Multicolor Profile Variants, creates various combinations of the original multicolor profile. You can either automatically create different variants at the same time, or you can select them individually. By using these profiles, which use fewer process colors but the same separation settings as the original multicolor profile, production costs can be reduced. For example, for a CMYK OGV profile, it has 41 different variants that will be calculated by CoPrA. Another new feature is the new ink splitting calculation mode in the DeviceLink linearization module. The new ink splitting mode allows to minimize channels automatically by combining light and full ink channels. This reduces the channels used in subsequent profiling from 6 to 4 channels. One of the improvements of CoPrA 9 is the white ink preview. The preview of the reference data of linearization charts with white ink shows the correct color of the white point. This even allows for a visual comparison of the reference and the measured data. The improved preview also applies to the printer profile tool. For more information on our ColorLogic applications, please visit colorlogic.de or follow us on one of our social media channels for the latest in ColorLogic news, webinars, and color management technology.